Okay, so it's Friday, just over 2 weeks until QMP National, and we've got QMP, Coolum back-to-back weekends to finish off the National Championship. So what we're doing is going to take you guys through what it takes to get ready for these. So typically you just go through like what races are coming up and get prepared for that. We've been doing the round-by-round sponsorship stuff, so what that means is I'm trying to organise some sponsors for those rounds. We've had Viking that actually... That was loud. So Viking Industrial actually come on for the entire last 4 rounds of the championship, so massive shout out to those guys. So that spot's locked in, and we had one more. The LJD Civil guys have actually jumped on for the last 2 rounds at QMP and Coolum. So we'll tell you more about those guys later on, but we had to get that locked in so that we could get our backyard design kit all designed up for this weekend. So we're going with the same sort of color scheme, but we had to get that ordered. Backyard's actually pretty quick. It's only about a 2-week turnaround from order to when you actually get it. So we just did that last night, sat down, got all that organized. I also put in an MXstore order because we're at the Gold Coast already. So that's where we are right now. Just turned up here at MXstore. Just a bunch of little things I need to get ready. So we've got some chain guides, organized with the Fox boys to get some boots because the boots are getting a bit worn out. I like to wear pretty worn in boots, so I've been delaying it, but they've been the same set of boots all year long, so it's definitely time for me to get another set. So yeah, gonna go in here, grab a few things, and then we're on to the next stop.
I just said, Joel's coming in.
Okay, so stop 1 is all complete. We've just got some plastics. They were pretty, my rear plastics, so black to suit the kit. They were getting a bit beat up, so need some freshies for when the sticker kit turns up. Then just like chain guide, stuff like that, because the bike, you can't really see it in there, but my chain guide is pretty damn worn. So yeah, that's stop 1. We got boots. Oh, new seat foam as well. My other seat, I run it too long and basically tore up the seat foam. So just little stuff just to make sure we're on top of it and we're ready to go. Okay, so finished up the day, just run around getting all the parts and stuff sorted. So the next stop from MXstore, we went to Brisbane Motorcycles. I had a bunch of stuff from Maxxis, MotorX, just some oils, chain lubes, all that got restocked from the MotorX guys, just enough to get us through this season, and then like into the bit of the off season as well. Also tires, Maxxis, so I've got the MXIH for practice. I got an ST and an MXSI. Rear tires be for QMP, just because I'm unsure of how hard pack it's going to be. And then I've got the paddle tire ready to go for Coolum. So tires are all sorted, oils are sorted. Then we also, Brisbane Motorcycles, got some EK chains, sprockets, all that just sorted, ready to go, just freshen them up. And I also grabbed a couple sets of rental bars from the guys at JTR. So John Tipman Racing does rental stuff. So I've actually gone from a twin wheel. I've been running the twin wheel 999. You guys might have seen me change. I was Carmichael Bend to start with, but they got a bit bigger sweep and I was trying to get away from the sweep. So went to the rental 999s and they were awesome, but the crossbar gets in the way. I like to use my pitboard for lap times and stuff. So I've gone now to the fat bar. I think it's the 821 is like the equivalent to the 999. So I've got that now, so I can throw that on. I've got the actual correct bar on there. So yeah, we should be good to go and just start building this thing now. Alright, so another important part getting ready for any race is making sure my suspension's all sorted. So really happy with my setting right now from MXRP. Throughout the year I've sort of developed and slowly changed some stuff and then got my clickers dialed in. But just lately I've been feeling like it's a little bit wallowy, a little bit soft. So obviously suspension needs a bit of service. The oil just gets hot and old and stuff like that. So rip suspension out now. I'm gonna go to Dan MXRP, just get it all serviced up. So for now, I've been riding on my KYB forks, thanks to the guys in the Philippines still letting me borrow those. And then an old shock. The shock actually setting that I was running from last year. And I rode that bike yesterday at Coolum, and it was cool to show me that I've definitely gone in the right direction, because I did not like that setup yesterday. So I've definitely made gains, made improvements to my bike, so really happy. But yeah, just needs a service up, and then it'll be fresh for the rest of the rounds, because obviously we've only got the 2 back-to-back weekends. So we'll head into Dan's now. I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen, so whether we're going to build this bike up or if we're going to be building up a race bike. As you guys have seen throughout, that had some issues earlier in the year, so I've had a blown up bike that we're waiting on parts and stuff, and it's most of the way built back together. I think Dan said we're just waiting on a few different parts, so I'll go in, have a chat to him, and see if this suspension's going to be going into this one or the race bike, but we'll see when we get there. Obvious part to getting ready for a race weekend is getting some fresh tyres. So had a stack of Maxxis there, chucking on ST, getting ready for QMP. So come here to Apex Tyres here on the sunny coast. Got the boys to fit some up for me, so just picking those up now. And then that's just one less thing I have to do myself. I can change my own tyres, but if I don't have to, it's always better. Alright, so got a Maxxis MXST on the rear, ST on the front, ready for QMP. And then I got the SI just for my practice tyre up until the race. And as always, on Talon hubs and rims from the guys at JTR, John Tipman Racing. So these things, by the way, are unreal if you're like me and don't check your spokes. I'm useless at it. I pretty well haven't had to do spokes. I occasionally go over them and they're never loose. So massive benefit to getting wheels. I thought it was just to look cool, but it actually does help. So for me, I always have like spokes just about hanging out, they're so loose. But yeah, since putting these things on, it's a lot better. Okay, it's race week, Monday before QMP, and things are starting to click. So finally looks like we'll have a race bike. We've had to source parts and whatever, parts have just not come for this thing. So it's been pretty stressful, to be honest, trying to get parts for it for so long, but now we're just stealing stuff and like just making it happen basically. So Dan from MXRP, today is the day. Him and the boys are going to start putting the engine, I think, back in the frame, even though the engine's not 100% complete. There's just a couple little seals and stuff we're still trying to source, but it's going to start putting that together. He said we're going to have a bike for the weekend, so don't worry about that. We'll make sure you got one. So I've got my forks in there right now, just getting a service. Going to go in there now and start giving him parts. So just because it's been in there for so long, I've stole parts and bring parts back and whatever. So I just raided the shed. As you can see, it's just pretty messy, but just raided the shed and tried to come up with everything in here that the bike will be missing, because right now it's just a frame. So new chain and sprockets. So we got EK, Stealth, my Koala grips. I've got a fresh set of bars that I've got to cut down and chuck on there. Also, so I've got the suspension here. I'm not actually going to race with this suspension. This is the KYB stuff. It's just going to put into the bike so it's rollable, so we can get it around basically. I'm going to use the suspension I've been using just because I'm comfortable with it. I'll swap it out for the race day. Got both sets of wheels with tyres fitted up, so they're ready to go. We're going to be running race fuel, so we got race fuel, just a Ballard's oil filter, HGS pipe. This is pretty well. We're going to see if there's anything else missing, but for now I'm going to go to Dan, drop this stuff off. Then he'll tell me, okay, we're missing this, this and this. I know I've still got to do plastics and graphics and stuff, but each day we're going to communicate and try to make sure that we get in and we get this thing built. So then we got the best chance possible for these last 2 rounds. I'm excited. I feel like a kid at Christmas, even just looking at that pile of stuff there, because I know that I'm going to have a race bike for the weekend, so we'll keep at it.
Alright, so it's the Tuesday before QMP. I've just sat down to update the poster for this round. So we bring out a new poster for each round with the new sponsors, the per round sponsors. So got to update this one for LJD Civil, and I'm also going to chuck in a new picture because Joel just finished the Unit 2024 shoot and there's a cool picture there I want to use. So going to update that now. I normally get this done a fair bit earlier, but our laptop broke the other day, so I'm stealing Luke's today while Joel and him are out riding, And yeah, gonna get that updated and I'll show you guys what we come up with.
Okay, Wednesday morning, come into MXRP and the boys have made a bunch of progress. We've got an engine in the frame, we got radiators on, suspension in, dyno wheel on, so we're pretty good to go. I've been training the last couple of days, so the boys have been getting this done, but tomorrow, Thursday, I'm going to come in all day, help them out, and we'll have a race bike.
Alright, so I've just been sat here for the last 2 hours working on the unit video shoot, the YouTube video for the unit shoot. And I need a break, so I'm gonna head downstairs. We need to clean the sides and the walls for our pit setup this weekend, so I'm gonna head down now, give everything a good gurney, give it a good clean. Joel's sticker kit also arrived, so I'm gonna head over, pick that up, and I'm pretty sure the plastics are down in the shed at the moment, so I'm gonna get them, stick it up, get a few other things together, like some of our giveaway stickers and just a few different things. He's out riding today, so I'll just try and get ahead on a few things while I can. Plastics, that good. This needs such a clean up. This is what we need to clean. So I don't think I'm going to do all the sides, but these flags especially just really needed to be done. So here's a before. Well, we're one side plate down. That one took me 15 minutes and I'm pretty sure she's full of bubbles, but I don't know what it is. Sometimes I get these so quick and then other times it takes me that friggin' long. Back to it. All right, so we've got all the sides. I ended up doing 2 sides and a couple flags. They're hanging out to dry. Plastics are all stickered up upstairs, and I've just come down to the shed because I'm gonna restock the giveaway box. So just got like all like Max's stubby coolers, stickers, tattoos, all that stuff, just all the extra stuff on top of the posters that we have at the races to give away. So just gonna do that now.
Okay, so something else we do every time we get ready for a national is fix all the crap that you've been neglecting while practicing. So that for me right now is putting on a new seat cover. This thing, seat foam I should say, it's just got tore up just from gripping and whatever. So all these little things when you're practicing, you're just like, it'll be fine, and then I don't know, for whatever reason, race weekend you just decide to fix everything even though you've been performing just fine practicing. But hey, it is what it is. So got new seat foam, seat cover and stuff for Backyard Designs here, so gonna do that now. Okay, so typically I would do all the work and stuff at home to get ready for the race weekend, but this week has been crazy, and like leading up we obviously had the big breaks, so heaps of bike time, and then leading into 2 final rounds I decided to come here to MXRP, see the boys, and we're going to just do all the work here just to get it done, and then I know it's done and we don't have to think about it anymore. So boys are in here working hard as usual. I'm going to annoy them and try to get this thing just good, ready to go, so I turn up on the weekend and we're good to go.
You gotta chop it out, peel.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, well, we can just steer it for it. I'd have it everywhere too.
You say wide? Yeah. Can you measure them? Yeah. They're the same as 100.
Bang on 100.
So I'm going to line them up side by side just so I can look at them and be like, I've got 2 bikes.
Look at this, we got the practice bike. We got a race bike.
99% of a race bike.
99%.
Yeah.
So it's Thursday night. Where are we up to?
Just picked up the race bike. So we've got a race bike for the weekend. It's got plastics, it's 99% done. So I'm just missing the bash plate and radiator fins, but other than that, this thing is good to go. I've still got to strip it down a little bit, actually, and I want to cut down the handlebars, they're too wide. But other than that, we've got a race bike. So now I'm just rebuilding the practice bike, so I had to steal all the suspension out of that because I've actually ended up with 3 sets of suspension, but 1 set with the setting I like. So stole that out of that bike. So I'm just building this one back up, cleaning it up. So we'll actually have a spare at the race for once. And yeah, basically I want to build it up enough so that if for whatever reason we did have an issue, which is the idea of a spare bike, I guess, all I have to do is like swap wheels over, my brake pedal, and then basically we're good to go. So yeah, that's the current job.
Just doing that and then packing because we're either heading off to Goldie tonight or tomorrow.
Let's go. Okay, so it's Friday night. We've made it here to the Gold Coast. I rode at Pimpama today, broke down the race bike, and basically just a final little rundown on it, make sure everything's all sweet, and that's all good. So final thing for us to get prepared for the weekend is Michaela's just gone and done the shopping, so just gonna pack this stuff away. And Michaela likes to prepare as much as she can, like get my food and stuff already cooked up, placed in containers or whatever we're doing for the weekend, just so there's a lot less to do on race day because she's got a million rolls, as you guys know. So we're not going to go too crazy into the food. If you guys want to see some more of that, we'll try to chuck that into another video, what I actually eat and that sort of deal. But yeah, just going to get all this packed away now and wrap this video up here. So basically that's the whole way through what we do to get ready for a race weekend. Hope you guys enjoyed it.